Hey everyone, welcome to today's show. Our first guest on our channel is the infamous Genghis Khan, who I don't think needs an introduction. So, Mr. Khan, give us some insight into why you did what you did and what makes you tick. Describe your ambition.
My name is Genghis Khan. Back in the prime of my empire, life on the Mongolian steppes wasn't easy. It was a harsh environment, and the different tribes often clashed. My big idea? Bring everyone together under one big Mongol family. I wasn't just after some fancy title or a vast empire for the sake of it. I wanted our people to be strong, not just in terms of warriors, but in every way. So I rounded up all these different tribes, convinced them that we're better off together, and we formed a kind of super tribe, the Mongol Empire. Now, as for my ambitions beyond our homeland, I thought, why stop here? China looked pretty nice, and so did a bunch of other places. I figured if we could bring them into the fold, we'd all benefit. There was this idea of creating a huge family that stretched across the land, making life better for everyone involved. I wasn't just into war and conquest. I wanted to see our people thrive, trade, ideas, and cultures mixing together. That was the plan. Sure, we had to fight, but it wasn't just about power. It was about creating a legacy, something that would last. I wanted folks to remember the Mongols not just as conquerors, but as a people who brought different worlds together. That was the dream.
Speaking of family, it sounds like there was a lot of family feuds. How does a leader like yourself handle that kind of obstacle?
Oh, you've got a keen eye for the complexities of leadership. Indeed, managing the rivalries within my own family and among the Mongol nobility was no easy task. The Mongols were a fiercely independent bunch, and power struggles were part of the package. To keep the peace, I employed a mix of strength and diplomacy. When necessary, I wasn't shy about using force to quell any rebellion or opposition. But I also understood the importance of alliances and building a sense of unity. I married into powerful families, creating bonds that went beyond just blood ties. Communication was crucial. I held regular gatherings known as kurultais, where important decisions were made, and everyone had a chance to voice their opinions. This helped to prevent misunderstandings and kept the various factions informed about the direction we were heading. I also made it a point to reward loyalty and competence. If you proved yourself, you earned your place. It didn't matter much where you came from. Merit held more weight than noble birth in my eyes. In essence, navigating family feuds and political intrigue required a delicate balance of strength, diplomacy, and wise decision-making. It wasn't always smooth sailing, but it was necessary to maintain the stability of the Mongol Empire.
What was your greatest regret or mistake?
Regrets and mistakes. Every leader has a few. One of my significant regrets was probably the inability to see eye to eye with my own sons in the later years of my life. Succession became a messy affair, and it led to conflicts among them after I was gone. See, I had this grand vision for the empire, but passing that vision along smoothly proved challenging. The strife among my sons, particularly after my death, sowed discord within the family. It's true. I could have done a better job setting up a clear system of succession and avoiding unnecessary disputes. Looking back, fostering a stronger sense of unity and cooperation among my sons might have prevented some of the internal conflicts that weakened the empire. In the end, family and unity were core to my ambitions, and it stings to think that my legacy was marred by internal strife. But, hindsight is a luxury leaders rarely have. In the heat of conquest, decisions are made, and sometimes they don't play out as you'd hoped. It's the nature of leadership. You win some, you lose some.
You're well known for your accomplishments, but your methods for victory and expansion were questionable. Can you comment on this?
The methods of conquest, a topic that's often debated. I won't deny that the way I achieved victory and expanded the Mongol Empire was harsh by many standards. The art of war is a brutal affair, and in my time, survival often meant being ruthless. In the quest for unification and expansion, I employed strategies that some might deem questionable. The Mongol military was a formidable force, and we weren't shy about using psychological tactics to instill fear in our enemies. The speed and ferocity of our attacks were meant to overwhelm, ensuring a quick and decisive victory. The concept of scorched earth and the destruction of cities that resisted our advance were indeed part of our strategy. It was a means to cripple the enemy's ability to resist and discourage further opposition. In war, the line between triumph and tragedy can be thin, and tough choices are often made. Now, I'm not here to justify every action, but it's crucial to understand the historical context. The world was different then, and the survival of the Mongol people depended on our ability to conquer and adapt. It's a harsh reality, and while my methods might be criticized from a moral standpoint, they were shaped by the circumstances of the time.
Okay, we'll have to put a stop to it there. Thanks so much for your time, Genghis.
You're most welcome. It was a pleasure stepping back into the past for this conversation. If you have any more questions in the future, or need the insights of Genghis Khan, feel free to summon me again. Until then, safe travels on your podcasting journey.